see there are quite a number of police vehicles that are leaving the home of Shadrack Sibiya at this particular stage. Shadrack Sibiya.
Early morning sirens shattered the quiet streets of Johannesburg as unmarked police vehicles surrounded the home of one of South Africa's top cops. Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, once trusted to hunt down the nation's most dangerous criminals, suddenly found himself standing on the other side of the law. All this chaos began with a shocking revelation from a crime boss sitting inside a prison cell. His testimony exposed a dark, secret connection.
Yes, this is a case that has been prioritized, and the National Commissioner put the best team in place to run with this matter, and then I led the investigation. The investigation is still continuing, though.
That sent shockwaves through the country. If the man sworn to protect us is now the suspect, then who has really been running South Africa's police force all along? Who is Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya? Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya was no ordinary cop. He wasn't just another man in uniform. He was one of the most powerful figures in the entire South African Police Service. As Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, Sibiya sat at the very heart of the country's security network. He had full access to sensitive intelligence, classified documents, and some of the most dangerous undercover investigations in the nation. His mission: to stop dangerous criminals before they could strike. From organized crime syndicates to politically motivated assassinations, everything passed across his desk. For years, many saw him as the wall standing between South Africa and total chaos. That's exactly why this scandal feels so terrifying. If a man trusted with protecting the country is now accused of working with the very criminals he once hunted, what does that say about the system itself? General Sibiya.
Bail has been denied by the High Court in Johannesburg. In September, the Alexandra Magistrate Court ruled that Matlala is a flight risk and a danger to society.
Oversaw the Political Killings Task Team, a unit created to track down hitmen targeting politicians in KwaZulu-Natal. But now whispers suggest that the task team may have been sabotaged from within to protect powerful figures allegedly tied to organized crime. It sounds like something out of a dark, political thriller. But this time, it's not fiction. It's unfolding in real life, right before the eyes of an entire nation. And at the center of it all enters Kat Matlala, the alleged criminal kingpin whose testimony changed everything. The bail application of Kat Matlala has been denied by the Johannesburg High Court. In September, the Alexandra Magistrates Court ruled that Matlala was both a flight risk and a danger to society. On the other side of this story sits a man whose very name makes even hardened criminals nervous. Famusi Kat. Matlala is not just suspected of crime. He's described as an underworld mastermind. His name appears in some of South Africa's most dangerous headlines: cash-in-transit heists, armed robberies, extortion, luxury tender corruption, and even links to the brutal killing of whistleblower Babata Deokaran. His alleged criminal resume seems endless. Whenever a crime feels too big to comprehend, someone somewhere whispers his name. But what makes Matlala even more terrifying isn't just what he's accused of doing on the streets. It's who he's rumored to know behind closed doors. Rumors claim he has powerful friends in government, inside SAPS, and even around the cabinet table. He's allegedly boasted that ministers and police generals protect him, shielding his empire from the law. That kind of influence means we're not just dealing with a gangster. We're dealing with someone who may be capable of manipulating the entire system itself. And this is where the story crashes into chaos. The alleged connection between Matlala and General Sibiya doesn't just shock people, it terrifies them. Because if South Africa's top police officials were feeding information to a crime kingpin, then the line between justice and corruption has completely disappeared. For many South Africans, Matlala has become the perfect symbol of everything wrong with state capture. The police are supposed to hunt the cat, not work with him. Yet, according to whistleblowers and seized messages, the cat may have been helping direct police operations instead of running from them. And then came the Mudlonga Commission, the spark that ignited the fire. This commission wasn't created for minor complaints. It was established to investigate explosive claims that organized crime had infiltrated the South African Police Service, right at the highest levels. When the hearings began, the nation braced for tension. But nobody was prepared for the shockwave that followed. The testimonies were staggering. Senior officials stood under oath, describing a police service allegedly being used.
Has been suspended with immediate effect. Sibiya confirmed to ENCA that he received a suspension letter from National Police Commissioner Famusi on Friday.
As a tool by organized crime syndicates, task teams meant to stop political murders, track narcotics, or fight illegal mining were instead being manipulated from within. And suddenly, General Shadrack Sibiya became one of the central figures. In this real-life crime thriller, testimony from KwaZulu-Natal Commissioner Matlala hit the courtroom like a grenade. He accused powerful figures of sabotaging the Political Killings Task Team, a unit meant to catch hitmen behind dozens of assassinations. The shocking claim? That some SAPS leaders were protecting those responsible, instead of arresting them. Hearing those words inside a courtroom stunned the nation. That isn't incompetence. That's betrayal. As more testimony emerged, the picture grew darker. Crime networks no longer feared the police. They were allegedly working with them. And again, one name kept surfacing: General Shadrack Sibiya, linked to decisions and actions that seemed to benefit the criminals, not the victims and not the country. Thanks for watching.